What if everything you've been told about women's desire after 30 is a lie? They say passion fades, that satisfaction becomes harder to reach, and that intimacy loses its spark. But here's the truth. For countless women, life after 30 is not the end of desire. It's the beginning of a richer, deeper, and more powerful intimacy than ever before. So stay with me, because in this video, we're going to peel back the myths, reveal the science, and explore the emotional truths that prove sexuality after 30 is not decline, it's transformation. They say that after 30, a woman's passion begins to fade, that desire slows down, that satisfaction becomes harder to reach. But let's pause for a moment. Does that really reflect reality? Or is it just another myth that keeps women trapped in outdated stereotypes? The truth is, for many women, life after 30 is when intimacy becomes richer, not weaker. It's the stage where confidence starts to deepen, where a woman knows her body better, and where pleasure becomes less about performance and more about authenticity. Desire doesn't disappear, it evolves. And often it evolves into something more intentional, more fulfilling, and more connected than ever before. Think about it. In your 20s, intimacy might have felt like a game of trial and error. But by the time you step into your 30s, there's a shift. Suddenly, it's not about, do I look good enough? But does this feel right for me? That kind of clarity changes everything. When we talk about desire, it's easy to think of it as something purely emotional or psychological. But the truth is, our bodies are the foundation of how we experience intimacy. A body that feels nourished, rested, and energized is a body more open to pleasure. A balanced diet fuels your hormones, keeps your energy steady, and directly impacts your libido. Regular movement, whether it's yoga, strength training, or simply walking, awakens circulation, confidence, and vitality. And sleep? A tired body rarely has space for desire, but a well-rested one can thrive. Science reminds us of the role hormones play: estrogen, progesterone, testosterone. These aren't abstract terms, they're the messengers that shape desire, mood, and energy. And sometimes what feels like lost desire isn't a loss at all. It's an imbalance that can be supported with care, guidance, and balance. So if you want to cultivate intimacy after 30, tend to the garden of your body. Because when your body feels alive, your desire will too. But desire isn't just physical. The mind is just as powerful, sometimes even more. Confidence is magnetic, and it's not about a perfect body, it's about honoring the one you have, with all its stories, scars, and beauty. When a woman feels at home in her body, she carries an energy that fuels desire naturally. Desire also needs freedom from pressure. Too many people treat intimacy like a test. Am I enough? Am I doing it right? But passion doesn't live in performance. It lives in presence. When you let go of the need to prove yourself and focus on the joy of touch, laughter, and closeness, desire flows. And above all, emotional safety. Desire blooms where there's trust. When a woman feels seen, cherished, and safe to be vulnerable, intimacy becomes not just physical, but profound. Passion doesn't fade because of age. It fades when communication breaks down. So many couples silently hope their partner just knows what they want, but no one can read minds. Desire thrives where honesty lives. Talking about needs, fantasies, and boundaries isn't awkward. It's deeply intimate. When partners listen with patience, without judgment, it creates a space where vulnerability becomes sexy. And when novelty is added, whether it's a new setting, a playful word, or a different pace, desire is reignited. Intimacy is a dance. And when both partners stay curious, the dance never loses its rhythm. If desire is a flame, then environment is the air that feeds it. The right setting, dim lights, soft music, privacy, can transform a rushed encounter into an unforgettable one. But it's not just about space, it's about time. Slowing down, savoring foreplay, lingering in touch and whispers. These are not extras. They are the essence of female desire, and never underestimate words. A sincere compliment, a gentle whisper, or simply saying "I see you" can ignite her heart as much as her body. For far too long, women have been told that sexuality declines after 30. But the reality? This is the stage where intimacy begins to bloom in its most authentic form. Your 20s may have been full of uncertainty, but your 30s bring freedom. The freedom to know yourself, to voice your needs, and to embrace pleasure without apology. Intimacy at this stage isn't reckless, it's intentional. It's not about someone else's expectations, it's about your own truth. And the irony? Sexuality doesn't shrink with age. It expands, it deepens with connection, confidence, and courage. So let's bring it all together. Life after 30 doesn't mark the decline of desire, it often marks its awakening. When health is nurtured, when confidence grows, when communication is open, and when emotional safety is prioritized, intimacy thrives. Add creativity, exploration, and presence, and suddenly passion is not something you chase. It's something that rises naturally again and again. Sexuality after 30 isn't about loss. It's about transformation. It's about embracing maturity, freedom, and deeper connection. And when women honor their desires instead of silencing them, intimacy doesn't just survive, it becomes extraordinary. So here's my question for you. Do you believe that passion fades with age, or do you see it as an evolution? Share your thoughts in the comments because your story might inspire someone else. And if you found this video meaningful, don't forget to subscribe and join me for more conversations on intimacy, psychology, and the beauty of desire at every stage of life. Because the truth is simple, desire doesn't vanish with age, it evolves. And in that evolution lies the chance for the most passionate, unforgettable chapters of your life.